Welcome to PhoneSavvy.com's head-to-head matchup between the Galaxy Note 2 and the Nokia Lumia 822. Both are available for Verizon Wireless. The pre-orders on the Note 2 just started coming in today. So starting today, we're going to see some Verizon Note 2s walking around the street. And what we're going to do is compare the two devices, Android versus Windows today. We're going to explore the two operating systems so that you can see which one would fit you the best. The Note 2, we're going to go over the specs of that and compare it to the specs on the Nokia 822. So that's what we'll start with. The weight of the Note 2 is 6.35 ounces. We're looking at 4.9 ounces in weight here. So we have a heavier device with the Note 2, which is to be expected with the size. For battery life, we have 3100 milliamp and 1800 milliamp. So we do have a bigger battery here. However, I don't know if we'll see much of a battery difference between the two devices. This one is powering a higher quality screen and many other features. The display on the two devices, we have 5.5 inches versus 4.3 inches, which is going to be the biggest difference is the screen size. And we have 720 by 1280 pixels here and only 480 by 800 here. So we do have a higher quality screen with the Galaxy Note 2. For processing speed, we have a 1.6 gigahertz quad-core processor on the Note 2 and a 1.5 dual-core processor on the Nokia Lumia. For storage, they both have 16 gigabytes of internal storage. They both have a memory card slot for extra storage space. And for RAM, we have 2 gigabytes of RAM on the Note 2 and half of that, 1 gigabyte of RAM on the Nokia Lumia 822. They both have an 8 megapixel camera, but the big promotion or advertisement on this is that it has the Carl Zeiss lens, which is supposed to be a much better lens. It even says it on the back right underneath where the camera is. We have Carl Zeiss. Now let's look at the operating systems a little bit. If you're unfamiliar with Windows 8 or Android, hopefully I can clear up some of your questions. The idea of the Windows 8 operating system is that it puts these tiles on your front screen. These tiles can be replaced with different applications and functions that you use the most. You can even have individual contacts as a tile, such as the person you call the most, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or whoever, as one of these actual tiles. You can change the size of these tiles, so they really made it the most customizable home screen of any of the smartphones. This is the way that Windows went, which does become a benefit for the things that you use the most. You do have easier access to everything that you want to use the most on this device, and you can replace these tiles from the list just to your right. If we slide over, we have a list of different functions and applications that you can move. For example, if I am let's say NFL Mobile. If I touch and hold NFL Mobile, it will allow me to pin to our start screen. I hit pin to start, and it's going to put NFL Mobile on my home screen. And then I can move that application around. If I touch and hold the application, it'll move to this screen. I can just drag it to the top. It'll move it up my list. And then I can drop it whenever I want. Let's say I drop it here and touch somewhere else. Now that's by itself right here. You can resize the tile, touch and hold it. It gives you a little arrow button. We can make this smaller. Now let's say I want to put my ESPN app right here. Then maybe my MLB baseball app to the right, so I can maybe have a sports row here. I can do that. Very similar as far as what they're capable of doing between the two devices. They're just laid out a lot different. So tiles and easy customization of your home screen is the big idea here. Whereas the Android has their applications, 5 different home screens, which you can put your most commonly used applications in. All you do is go to your full apps list, which is in the bottom right corner. You have all of your applications. Just touch and hold the app that you want to move to your home screen, and it will move it there. When you press this button, it takes you back to your home screen, and we can go back to navigating between the 5 home screens that we have customized with our most popular applications. You can also have widgets, which are the running applications, like they have here for the Amazon widget. The Note 2, what separates it from the rest of the Android devices, well, for one, of course, is the screen size, but this little S Note application comes as a core application down at the bottom of your home screens. The S Note application is where you can take notes using the stylus that comes with this device. In the bottom right corner of the Note 2, we have our stylus, so we can pull this out. And what's cool is when you pull out the stylus, it automatically opens up that application because they figure that's what you're going to be using this for. So now we can use our stylus. And what I love about this application is it gives you different templates for the types of notes that you're going to take. For basic notes, you have just notes here. We have idea notes, creativity notes, basically, recipe notes, diary, magazine, meeting notes. So let's say you open up just notes, just touch it with the stylus, and you can begin writing the notes, and it's very smooth. And you can, if you don't want to write it, you can add voice notes up here. You can also just bring up your keyboard. You can scroll down and go as far as you want, make as many notes as you want on each. You can hit save or close. If I hit close, it'll ask me if I want to cancel this note. I'm going to just hit OK and delete that. Let's look at some other note templates. Let's say these are the business notes. Let's go back one screen. Let's bring up education. Let's look at the different templates available. Like, for example, we have geology notes right here. Let's go ahead and bring that up. If I touch that, it's going to show me an example of what you can actually do with this type of template. See, so you can already see the capability of this application. You can change the colors of each of your graphs. You can add equations, color code the notes, you can type in notes on top of it or in the middle of all of it, add whatever you want. So I really like this application that comes as a built-in application on the Galaxy Note 2, and you need the 5.5-inch screen to make this as convenient as it is. Home button will take us back to our home screen, and then we can start all over. So Windows versus Android is what we're looking at here. You decide for yourself. Make sure you visit phonesavvy.com to see other heads-up matchups between the Note 2 and other Android devices. We're also doing a heads-up matchup between the Galaxy Note 2 and the iPhone 5. Visit phonesavvy.com. Thank you.